Okay, here's the problem. All right, Marvel Strike Force video, but XMen 97, right? I gotta talk about it. So I'm gonna use this as a vehicle to do that. Spoiler alerts ahead. I'm just letting you guys know in the intro. Yes, I'm going to be going through Gambit's kit. Yes, I'm gonna be going through Nightcrawler's kit. That was not part of the plan. I have Pegasus videos. I still have an Infinity Watch video to release. I started Gamma, but I have to do this video now because I gotta talk about it. So I'm gonna talk about it. Let's get to the video.
Everybody loves a hero.
People line up for them, cheer them, scream their names, and years later they'll tell how they stood in the rain for hours just to get a glimpse of the one who taught him to hold on a second longer. I believe there's a hero in all of us.
Hi guys, I'm Gravity here, and this is a Marvel Strike Force video, kind of. So what I'm gonna do is, I just watched, not just, actually a couple days ago, and I wanted to record this yesterday, but I didn't have the chance to. I saw X-Men 97 episode 5. So, warning, and I'm gonna ask Joyson, my producer, to put up in the thing like spoiler alert on the screen while I'm talking like this, and then I'll tell them to take it. I'll tell you to take it off later when I'm done. But just like spoiler alert, I'm gonna try to limit any spoilers to like now, and then go into their kits and go through, because Gambit is actually a really good character in the game. So is Nightcrawler. So here's the spoiler alert. Okay, so X-Men 97. And as a matter of fact, maybe I'll just go just do something cool in the background, just so it's not like it's so stagnant. I don't want to be stagnant. X-Men 97. So what these dudes did to me. Now, first of all, if you haven't seen episode 5, please go watch episode 5. It is unbelievable. It is incredible. I loved it. Now, my friend Stevie, the homie Stevie, what's up? He watched it as well. I have been liking the X-Men 27 whole thing. Okay, so I have enjoyed it. Now, he's a bit more critical of X-Men 97 than I have been. He did the first 2 episodes, which I could understand. But honestly, the reason why I like it so much is because it's just taking me back to being 12 years old when I first learned about the X-Men and. You know what I mean? It's not about necessarily that it's this great thing. It's just I'm enjoying watching it because it's the X-Men, and it reminds me of when I was a kid. I'm an 80s baby, a 90s kid. So I remember when that came out. It was our soap opera, and I didn't even realize until I heard Mina Kimes talk on a podcast, on the All Fantasy Everything podcast, when they were drafting cartoons, how much it was like a soap opera, how adult some of the themes were in that show in terms of not necessarily anything sexual, but how they carried out things like racism and discrimination, stuff like that, that was just being put in the show, just put in the show. Anyway, so basically, okay. Gambit was one of my favorite characters in there, and I say that about all the X-Men, and it's basically all the X-Men except for Cyclops. All of them were my favorites. I loved Wolverine. That's where I got introduced to Wolverine. He was quickly one of my favorites. Nightcrawler, of course. Gambit, of course. I'll even like Colossus. All of them. Gambit had this flair and this style that I love. Now, I go into it because part of Gambit's thing was just this absolute stupid infatuation he had with Rogue. The reason why I say it's stupid is because whenever, and let's pull them to the front, whenever they would talk about them hooking up and him always wanting to hook up with her, I'm like, dude, you can't though, because of her powers. She will literally just kill you. That's not okay. She's trying to protect you. X-Men 97 episode 5 kind of addresses that in a way that is better understood by me as an adult, where he is just basically saying it's not about the touch. I love you, basically. I feel you, basically. And you finna go over here to Magneto because you can touch, homie. But when you're done with all that, and when he breaks your heart eventually or whatever, I'll be here. But he was basically saying it's deeper than skin, is what he said. And I was just kind of oh, it's deeper than skin. It's not even about he lust after her without the actual lust part of it, right? So, yeah, of course, me being a hopeless romantic, I absolutely love that. I was like, okay, see, why are you going to do him like that? Everybody had been putting him, not everybody had been putting him down, but they made it a very, very clear point in that episode to be like, okay, so we're kind of accentuating the fact that he's this sewer rat, this like, he comes from a lowly place. Nobody looks at him as not prestigious, but as with as much like reverence as they do Professor X or Cyclops, who's the leader, or Magneto, who is this just awesome villain. Even when the Sentinels start when Mastermind starts to attack, it detects Magneto as the Omega level threat. Of course, Gambit is not an Omega level threat. So and that was the other thing too. So yeah, the spoilers are coming. Sorry. So like basically, when Magneto's there trying to keep Rogue and protect Rogue from the whole situation with the Morlocks, and he gets wiped out, you forget that happens in the episode because of what happened with Gambit. So like, Magneto's there like covering, like trying to protect the Morlocks. And this isn't me like trying to like poo-poo on Magneto or whatever he did. He was a villain all the time in this whole story arc. I never really liked it much in X-Men anyway, but you got to make changes, I guess, to keep things fresh. So it was kind of like he was doing the thing to protect them, right? But he was in a situation of where he's trying to protect the Morlocks. He's trapped, he's pinned down, and he's refusing to let anybody help because he knows they're just going to get killed. So he's doing the good guy thing. He's doing the good guy thing, trying to protect. And he was always a good guy, just broken guy, basically. Like the way about him trying to be good was very, very much wrong. So like then Rogue flips out, and this is where I know that they were trying to take stuff from anime, because of course you see the tears in her eyes, and as she takes off, like the tear flies back, and there's this little bing on it. I was like, oh, that's so anime. That's so anime. But okay, so as we go into that part, the thing I didn't see, and this is where I'm like captivated as the 12-year-old me is, they were setting up the arc for Gambit's end to be his end, because in that episode they made it a very, very clear point to talk about like how lowly people viewed him, or how lowly he was viewed. Not that they viewed him as a low thing, but he's lower. Even Mastermind was like Omega level threat and ignored the others to take out Magneto, right? Then Rogue decides she wants to go kamikaze style on Mastermind, knowing damn well she can't. I mean, I assume just rage and emotion. She wasn't thinking it through. And she goes at him, and Gambit is driving up with the motorcycle. I have no idea what he's about to do as he's lighting this thing up. And I was like, that motorcycle ain't gonna do anything. But in my head, I'm back to being like 12 years old again, where I'm like, okay, he's gonna throw the motorcycle into him, and then he's gonna grab like a pole and then like slice his head off. I'm already trying to figure out ways where this is gonna end with them winning. And again, still had already like forgotten about like Magneto just dying. And plus my homie Stevie, he did point out like comic book rules, no body, you're not dead kind of thing. If you see no body, the person's not dead. Anyway, what I did not expect was Gambit to go like, hey, I'm going to slam this motorcycle into Rogue midair, run at Mastermind by my damn self, and then get skewered. And then at that moment, I'm like, damn, he got him. But they're not going to let him die because it's Gambit. You can't kill Gambit. It's Gambit. And then I was expecting him to reach over and grab it, but he just did it out of his side or whatever and lit up Mastermind. And I was like, boom, there we go. Okay, so I'm thinking still like, all right, so he's about to blow him up, save everybody. He's going to be hurt, real bad. But it is what it is. It's Gambit. He'll be fine. He'll be in the hospital. Rogue will be like, oh, you idiot, how dare you, and be mad at him for risking his life and blah, blah, blah. No. He lights the whole guy up like a Christmas tree, blows him up, dies in the process, and that fucked up my whole day. That messed up it's 2 days later, and I'm still sitting here like, but did that happen though? Like, and that's the thing with my homie Stevie's rules, which are like, if you see no body, they're not dead. Well, we saw his body, and the thing that really like, killed me was when Rogue was sitting there holding him like, I can't feel you, and I'm like, shh, what? Like, did Mr. Sinister clone him too, please? And even his last words from childhood, whenever Gambit came on, I always remember, like, the name is Gambit, remember it. Like, that's how he bust in every single time. He did it for Mr. Sinister that one time. This is going back to the 90s, 97. He did it for Sinister that one time when he bust in and they were trying to save Morph. The name is Gambit, remember it. He did it with that alien presence that was coming in. I think it was like in season 3. Like, that was his thing. And so then when it was just like, you know, threat, neutral, whatever, and he was like, the name is Gambit, mon ami, remember it. I was like, oh no, we're gonna have to remember it. And the homie Stevie, he was like, yeah, but this doesn't make sense because he can't be hurt by his own explosions. And I was like, okay, but see, that's the thing. You're thinking about it as his own explosion. He lit dude up, blew dude up. That isn't his, those were his explosions, but the power source or whatever was inside of him, that also blew up. So then that's how he died. Not to mention he was hanging in the air and stabbed through the side. So, yeah. So, I'm doing this video as like, I don't know, memoriam. I'm hoping the season's not over. They're probably going to bring him back somehow, I'm sure. But my reaction to the whole thing was such that, like, I had to talk about it. I just went on about this damn thing for 10 minutes. The episodes ain't but 20 minutes long. But it was just kind of like, they gutted me. They legit gutted me. I did not see that coming. He is one of the, like, staples of the X-Men to me. Like, the X-Men that I fell in love with. All you guys who were there earlier or later or whatever, no judgment, just whenever you were there. Like, Gambit was there when I fell in love with the X-Men. Just like Rogue was there when I fell in love with the X-Men. Just like, you know, well, Nightcrawler came along later, so whatever. But Wolverine was, you know, like, so those were the X-Men I fell in love with. And that's why whenever I'd, like, do these videos, I'm like, one of my favorite characters. Because, like, that whole crew was my favorite characters. And especially Gambit. I had Gambit #1 when it came out. I bought that. Like, on my own, well, I say my own money, but the money my grandmama gave me. Like, it's Gambit, homie, and they took him out, and I'm hoping to God that they bring him back somehow, and that this is just me, like, freaking out over a freaking cartoon at 40. I'm 40, yo, and I'm sitting here, like, hurt. That moment had more, somebody brought this up, not somebody brought, it was a meme about Up, like, the first 10 minutes of Up giving you more emotions than the entire Twilight, I don't know, was it trilogy, quadrilogy, whatever the hell that thing was. Like, I haven't been upset by, like, a TV show or movie with real people this much in a long time. I think the last time I got this blown out was, like, Hodor from Game of Thrones. That whole situation, which I'm still not okay talking about, okay? Like, I think that was the last time that something hit me in the chest where I was like, wait, what? What? Why? No. This can't be allowed. This can't happen. So, I mean, I'm not saying rest in peace to Gambit because they better bring him back. It's a cartoon. You can draw him again. Bring homie back. And then. And on top of it, like, the point I did want to make was he went out like a hero. The thief, he went out like a hero, protecting the woman he loved, taking out that big ass thing, and I don't try to keep this PG. Taking out Mastermind, like, and he wasn't the Omega level threat, but he got the job done, and he sacrificed his life in the meantime, and it's just like, oh, it hurt me in the chest. It hurt. It was a kid. I was home office because I do home office on Wednesdays when X-Men 97 comes out. Anyway, I was home office watching it during my lunch break, and I'm sitting there like, okay, that's the end of the episode. And I'm like, so where's episode 6? Where's that? Wait, no. All these streaming services, we're supposed to be able to binge this stuff. What y'all doing? Y'all could have kept this for 2 more months and then gave it all to me. You can't do me like this. That's not okay. That is not okay. But then after that messed up legit the rest of my day was messed up. And the next day, I'm in a bad mood because Gambit went down. That was cathartic. Still hurt though. Anyway, Joyson, spoiler is now over. So you can remove the spoiler tag, and we'll get into Gambit's kit. Legend Gambit. So, Ante Up. Attack primary target for 250% damage. Bonus attack, the most injured enemy ignoring taunt or ignoring taunt for 150% piercing. Plus apply heal block. Heal block is good. There's a lot of things that bypass heal block, but heal block is a good thing to put down, especially on the A1, especially if it's a bonus attack off the A1. One thing I do need to pay attention to, and honestly I should have paid attention to it in Blitz, but I was too busy like talking about episode 5, is when it is called assist, does he still get that bonus attack? I think he does. Anyway, on to the next one. Winning hand. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 250% damage and apply bleed. If charged, apply ability block to the primary target, then lose 1 charge. Apply ability block to... Okay, cool. Apply speed up to self and all X-Men allies. When this character is an AI, which is kind of cool, I like this. When this character is AI controlled, this attack will only be used if this character has charge. So basically, when you run it on auto, then the A2 does not get used until he's charged. If he's charged when that turn comes around. Now, as far as the extra, level 7s, still emotional. 50% damage to primary target and adjacent targets. Put it at 300. Apply bleeds for 2 turns. Apply speed ups for 2 turns. That speed ups for 2 turns might be legit. Attack all enemies for 520% piercing with stacked deck. If the cards are always stacked in my favor. He said that too. If this character has 3 or more X-Men allies, apply Disrupted for 2 turns to all enemies. I do like the fact that it's not Extreme X-Men, it's just regular X-Men. My Extreme X-Men, if you couldn't tell, I have not really worked on them that much at all. Apparently Sunspot is really good. I have no idea. And apparently Forge is okay. But I've had too many things to worry about prior to that. Flip 2 positive status effects to 2 negative effects on all enemies. This attack is unavoidable and cannot be blocked. So I think I took that because of the apply Disrupted for 2 turns. That's why I took that, this level 7. And then passive. On spawn, gain 2 charge. That means that A2 will pop off from jump if you have it on auto. At the end of an enemy turn, attack the most injured non-summon enemy ignoring taunt and stealth for 180% damage, piercing, ignoring defense, plus apply heal block. I love that ability. And if you're going against him, it's obnoxious as hell. But I do love it, mostly because of the heal block, the 180%, it helps. In Crucible and Raids, fill speed bar by 20% for this character, so he's going to probably go first, or one of the top ones. When this character or an ally rogue, like Eternal Love, homie. Eternal Love. He loves rogue. That is his supposed to be boo. If her eyes weren't distracted by some other dudes. She done hooked up with Colossus. She done hooked up with Magneto. He can't get no love. Or an ally rogue drops below 50% max health for the first time. Apply stealth for 2 turns plus immunity for 1 turn on that character. Clear all defense downs from that character. While this character has stealth, gain 50% drain. So 50% drain, for those of you who don't know, it is you receive, because I had to look this up because I had it incorrect. 50% drain is when you hit someone, you get 50% of the damage you caused as heal. On crit, apply evade to self. All Unlimited X-Men and Extreme X-Men allies. Unlimited X-Men, that is the team that includes Rogue, Dazzler, Fire, somebody or another. I can't remember them all. And then Fanotex or something like that. Characters I'm clearly not familiar with. And Extreme X-Men allies. While this character has evade, gain 25% crit chance and 25% damage. Unlimited X-Men and Extreme X-Men allies gain 25% crit chance and 25% damage. Gain 50% max heal, max health. X-Men allies gain 25% max health, and then Unlimited X-Men gain an additional 25%. So that is Gambit's kit. I'm tempted just to do Gambit. I'm tempted not even do Nightcrawler right now. I'm tempted just to play with Gambit. Nightcrawler is a beast. I've already done like a YouTube short on him. And he does make his first appearance in X-Men 97 in episode 5. So on Night Slash and I will be taking Gambit tier 18. I already have Nightcrawler tier 18 because he is the better character in the game. Attack primary target for 180% piercing, plus flip 1 positive status effect into a negative status effect. Bonus attack 3 times for 30% piercing, plus flip 1 effect. So like You don't care about that 30. What's happening is you really want this once, because then you're going to end up flipping, forced negative status effect or positive effects. On crit, gain 1 regeneration. Oh. For each crit from this ability, prolong the duration of that regeneration by 1. Oh. Okay, so I want him to crit. This attack gains plus 100% crit chance against targets with exposed. I was about to say, like, just straight up. That's ridiculous. Plus 20% piercing, primary, secondary attacks. In range, if this character has 3 or more X-Men allies, apply ability block. To the primary target on the last bonus attack. Okay. Now, Shifty Strikes. Attack primary target for 440% piercing plus apply stun. I use this a lot because it basically is ready to go when you spawn. So I use this a lot to stun whatever character is in the way or the most dangerous, like off the bat, if there's not a taunter. Rebound chain to 3 targets within infinite spaces of previous targets. So that means all over the board for 230% piercing and apply bleeds. Apply evade to the 2 most injured allies. Apply defense up to self and all allies. Gain safeguard for 2 turns. So only he's getting the safeguard, which keeps them from purging his positive status effects. If charge, fill bar, blah, 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 blah. Deep breath. I'm still distraught. If charged, fill speed bar by 20% for self and all X-Men allies. Fill speed bar by 20% for the non-X-Men ally with the highest damage. In raids, fill speed bar by an additional 20% for self and all extreme X-Men allies. Lose 1 charge. This attack cannot be countered. I gotta start remembering the attacks that can't be countered because I'll always do the attack on someone and expect to counter and then it doesn't get countered on my side. So I gotta start learning those more. Attack all enemies for 500% piercing and do the following to all enemies on Shadow Barrage. Clear all positive status effects. Yup. Apply +2 slow for a up to a maximum of 3. Apply vulnerable up to a maximum of 5. And wasn't there a vulnerable thing up here real quick? Oh, that was exposed. Sorry. So, clear all charged on the primary target. I need to be aware of that a little bit more too. Apply +1 speed up to self and all X-Men allies for a maximum of 3 turns. Or for a maximum of 3, sorry. Prolong the duration of all positive status effects on self and allies by 1 up to a maximum of 3. This attack gains plus 500% extra focus, is unavoidable, and cannot be blocked or countered. Yay. Gotta remember that can't be countered thing. Because sometimes, I think I just had a battle actually where I didn't use that ability. I think I was in Dark Dimension 6, where I didn't use that ability because I was worried about it being countered. I could have used it. Okay, so now on to the passive. Bamf. On spawn, gain speed up and 2 charge. Apply evade to self and all X-Men allies. In raids, fill speed bar by 25% for self and all extreme X-Men allies. So that puts Gambit actually up at like 55%. On turn, flip 2 negative effects on self into positive effects. Cool. On crit, fill speed bar by 10% for self and all and all extreme X-Men allies. We like that. On dodge, heal this character for 10% of this character's max health. When this character drops below 30% health for the first time, do the following to this character. Clear 3 negative status effects and gain 3 evade. Heal and barrier for 30% of this character's max health. Fill speed bar by 30%. That's a lot to have happen when he is dropped below 30%. Okay. The speed of this character and each ally can only be reduced by slow. Okay, so that means no Terminator manipulation, I'm assuming. X-Men allies plus 30% max health. Extreme X-Men allies gain an additional 30% max health. So, that is Nightcrawler's kit. Let's take them into raid. Albeit, I don't know if I have any raid to work with right now. And then I'll call it a video. And I'll do another video play testing them and everything else. I'll even run them with Cyclops and stuff and kind of go through his kit. But I just had to get my emotions out at that point. And I think I ran over too long. If you guys are still with me, I appreciate you. And let me know how you felt about the outcome of episode 5, X-Men 97. Because if you can't tell, I'm a bit emotional now. Tech. Where you at, homie? Yeah, I am still a bit emotional over it. And they need to hurry up and release this next episode. I mean, I know it's coming every Wednesday, but I'm gonna need y'all to like. I need Wednesday to hurry up and get here. I need Wednesday to hurry up and be today. For real, for real. I am not okay. There's not one mutant thing on here? I thought for sure we had mutant. No. Skill and mystic? Okay. I guess not. So then let's go back. Because then the other raid is not going to really be representative. If I do get to like... Because I mean, they're 70. They're 70%. Ooh. I do not think it's going to be a good test of them. Spider-Verse, Avengers, Guardians. Where my muties at? Heroes for Hire. XMen. There we go. We'll join you. And then we'll put that up. What are they even looking like? I mean, 142. I mean, they're not. Okay. The name is Gambit. Remember it. All right, so let's go ahead and just do other X-Men, just straight up dim, because of the added benefits that you get from Nightcrawler and from Gambit for those X-Men teams. Let's go ahead and put Wolverine in there. Another one of my favorites. We'll put Beast in there. I'm trying to put in like lower level characters that will make this more of a fight, but I feel like Nightcrawler will just wipe them all out with one shot. I mean, we could put Rogue in. Why not? Why not? If she had stayed with old boy. Breaking my heart, man. You were breaking my heart. All right, let me stop. I said no spoilers. A lot of things happened in those 20 minutes. Let me woosah myself down. Okay. Anyway. Still heated though. Anyway, okay, cool. So now I will use this on Gamora, which it'll probably kill her. But let's. Oh, yep, that killed her. And they killed two of them. All right, so now, piercing, charge. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a little bit too easy. So I think what I'm gonna do is, oh please. I think what I'm going to do is do the same thing I did with the Pegasus team. I'm gonna have to try to find some battles where I can use Nightcrawler and Gambit both, and record those videos and then run the playtest for him. Oh, come on. You know he finna. Come on now, homie. All right, anyway, so Gambit, boom, take him out. All right, so here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go ahead and do my research and development on them, have a part 2 come out. However, really this video was about me just going ape over what happened in episode 5. That's it. Let me know your thoughts below if you loved that episode. If you didn't, let me know your thoughts on the characters as well, mistakes that I might have made, etc., etc. But I'm going to do my research and development for it, for them specifically, because I need to have some Gambit in my life right now. So, thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and a dislike. I'm okay with that as well. See you guys next time.